Within the past year, I have still been trying to figure out exactly why my videos on YouTube do not get the viewers that I feel they deserve. They are about a variety of subjects, and I have searched many a YouTube video and blog online about how to get viewerships up, and even, in the rare occasion, make a video go viral. I still haven't come to much of a conclusion about this. And I have friends of mine and acquaintances constantly saying that, well, you just have to use the right keywords. But people on YouTube really do want to hear videos with messages in them. And, it's not totally a bankrupt situation. Well, I have continued to find the opposite to be true. As a matter of fact, I noticed that the one key word that seems to get more YouTube hits than anything is to put the word banned in the title, indicating censorship. All in caps, capital BANNED, banned from YouTube, banned from theaters, banned from television, anything. And they get enormous views, sometimes in the thousands. No matter what the content is, the word banned seems to get attention, as if it's forbidden fruit or something out of Pandora's box. And in terms of hearing messages that aren't sensationalized in that way, I think I came up with something that could define it a lot better than I ever could in a blog or in any of my past videos. And it's not a critical analysis or anything. It's just a movie review from the local newspaper where I live called The Edge, written by the paper's staff writer, Alan Adams, on the new motion picture Promised Land. Now, I'd like to note that I'm going to read this to you today rather than simply ramble on my own reconnaissance. And I also want to note to you that this is not, and I repeat, not a condemnation of the Edge paper or Alan Adams in any way, nor does it reflect my views on Promised Land itself, which I really have not seen as of yet. So today I'm going to read to you that review. It says so much. It's always intriguing when a number of Hollywood heavy hitters get together to work on something, especially a pet project. Sometimes it's a story that they have always wanted to tell. Sometimes it's just an excuse to go on a working vacation with their buddies. And sometimes they just want to remind you that they care about stuff. The first one usually bears positive fruit. If nothing else, the superstar got to prove his or her mettle. The second one is hit/Ocean's 11 or miss, Couples Retreat. And the third is almost never a good idea. That's when they're looking to impart a message. That's when you get movies like Promised Land. Steve Butler, Matt Damon, from the movie We Bought a Zoo, works for General Cross Power Solutions, a multi-billion-dollar energy corporation that is in the business of buying up land in an ongoing quest for natural gas. Butler, along with fellow global employee Sue Thomason, Francis McDormand from Moonrise Kingdom, is sent to a small Pennsylvania farming community to buy up the drilling rights to the land. The town is a key component to Global's plan, viewed as the first domino. Once it tips, the rest will fall into place. However, Butler runs into some unexpected opposition. The local science teacher, Frank Yates, Hal Holbrook from the movie Lincoln, has some doubts, and he just happens to be a former Boeing engineer with an Ivy League PhD. There's also Dustin Noble, John Krasinski from TV's The Office, an environmentalist go-getter from a small outfit called Athena. He is also battling Butler at every turn. As Butler works his way through the town, signing the residents to global leases, he finds himself becoming interested in the people of the small town and asking himself some hard questions about whether he is doing the right thing. On paper, Promised Land looks like a heavyweight. You've got a movie star and an up-and-comer as your stars. Stars that just happen to also write the screenplay, with a story coming from literary star Dave Eggers. You've got an acclaimed director in Gus Van Sant and some first-rate talent in the supporting cast. McDormand and Holbrook are dripping with awards. Titus Welliver, Argo, and Rosemary DeWitt, Nobody Walks, are pretty darn good too. And yet it just doesn't work. It's partially the film's heavy-handedness. It's no fun sitting in the audience and bearing the brunt of swinging cinematic ham fists. You never go for more than 5 minutes without being punched in the face with a message. The thing is just too darn preachy. Don't get me wrong, Promised Land means well. The cast really is quite engaging and amiable. But the truth is that the overall characterizations are flat. Every character is painted with broad strokes, and there's very little room for nuance. And to that, a frustrating ending that is unsatisfactory at best, and you get a movie-going experience with surprisingly little to recommend it, especially considering the level of talent involved. The relative environmental impact of the quest for natural gas is a question with many pros and cons, and there's no doubt that having a discussion of those pros and cons is of vital importance on both a local and national level. However, as much as it might want to be, Promised Land is not the vehicle for that discussion. That's why. That I just read you, that review in the Edge paper, is why I'm doing my blogs. That's why I'm doing my videos. For all of you in the know. Because I really think messages of all sorts need to be out there. I can't explain it any better. That article is why. There's always messages out there for you that listen. Peace, love, and tolerate. Talk to you next time.